The notification appeared while I was staring at a quarterly revenue slide. White conference light, polished boardroom table, numbers rising. And then, her message. Just a heads up, I told everyone we're taking a break. No explanation, no conversation, just her little digital guillotine. My thumb hovered. Inside me, something exhaled. Not shock, not pain, recognition. Like a puzzle piece sliding into place after months of pretending it didn't fit. I typed 2 words. Thanks for letting me know. Around me, executives discussed market projections. Someone laughed. Outside the glass, a skyline glittered. Cold steel watching, indifferent. Inside, a silence grew. Not panic, not heartbreak, a decision. Her message wasn't a confession, it was an announcement. A performance for someone else's audience. She always loved audiences. I locked my phone, nodded at a financial chart, and felt my life tilt. Not violently, but with the slow, steady angle of a knife sinking into water. A break. She wanted space? I would give her the universe. It hadn't started here. No betrayal ever starts with the final cut. It begins in looks too long, laughs too bright, questions answered a second too late. Her late-night work calls, the sudden gym obsession, perfume she didn't wear for me anymore. Just stress, she'd said once, brushing past me. A kiss on the cheek, a hollow one, like an apology rehearsed in an empty room. I didn't believe her. But belief wasn't my currency. Evidence was. Then there was the day she whispered into her phone on the patio and saw me watching. That flash in her eyes, startle, calculation, sweetness, it told me everything before she said anything at all. I remember thinking, if love leaves quietly, betrayal walks out wearing its shoes. And she had been polishing hers for months. Her family adored me. So did mine. A curated life, a perfect picture, and she thought she could partially erase me while still using the frame. Control disguised as chaos, distance disguised as space, freedom disguised as healing. I smiled through it, silent, sharp. Fake peace is a battlefield. She believed she held the higher ground. She didn't notice I had already started digging tunnels under her feet. I didn't confront. Confrontation gives the guilty a head start. Instead, I observed. Quiet evenings scrolling through phone records, shifting bank transactions, fitness invoices for private sessions, a second Uber profile, the same drop-off point twice a week. Her new glow wasn't skincare. In bed, I faced the ceiling while she turned away, pretending to sleep. I matched her breathing. Measured, controlled. She thought I was drifting from her. I wasn't drifting. I was positioning. DNA test kit ordered, not because I needed it, but because doubt is a scalpel. I never used it. She didn't know that. I took my name off the joint credit card, quietly withdrew from the house title, transferred it to myself months earlier in a restructuring she didn't notice, because it came disguised as financial optimization. She was so certain she controlled the narrative. But stories don't belong to the ones who tell lies. They belong to the ones who keep receipts. I booked Switzerland, a villa with glass walls overlooking mountains and silence. Peace so sharp it could cut illusions open. She thought she was leaving me slowly. She didn't realize she'd already been replaced, not by another person, but by the truth. The truth arrived quietly. They always do. Loud lies collapse under quiet facts. She came home late, different perfume, hair too perfect for a long day. I sat at the dining table with a single folder. She froze. Eyes flickered, fear, then anger, then soft pleading. What's that? Everything, I said. Phone logs, screenshots, receipts. And on top, a printed message, her message. Just a heads up, we're taking a break. She reached for the papers like they were fire, and she needed to burn her fingerprints off them. This isn't what you think. I lifted my hand. Silence. I watched her crumble without raising my voice. Quiet destruction is cleaner. She sank into the chair like her bones forgot her job. "Please, let me explain." I nodded. Not to hear her, just to watch her realize explanations are worthless without power. She thought I would fight for us, beg, bleed dignity on the table like she expected. People like her only feel powerful when someone breaks for them. I didn't break. I opened Facebook instead. Tapped once. Relationship status? Single. Public. Permanent. A clean, silent execution. She gasped. Not grief. Panic. "Not here. My sister's wedding is tomorrow. Everyone will." I stood. Buttoned my jacket. "You wanted a break," I said softly. "I just made it official." At her sister's wedding, she stared at the notification like it was a knife slipped into her ribs. I lifted champagne. To freedom. The next blow came later. Thanksgiving call from my daughter-in-law. "If you want to join, come wash the dishes," I replied. Then I posted the Switzerland photos. Mountains, fireplace, wine. Peace looks violent to the ones who chose chaos. My phone buzzed. 71 missed calls. I didn't answer. Silence has weight, and she finally felt crushed beneath it. Now, snow falls outside the villa windows. Warm light touches a world that never asked for pain, but understands endings. She texts sometimes, paragraphs dressed as regret, voice notes soaked in nostalgia. But love doesn't return to the room where dignity died. I sip coffee, watch the mountains. Quiet is a luxury. Pain taught me precision. Her betrayal taught me peace. Not forgiveness, not hate, just distance. There is no rage in me, only clarity. In the end, she didn't lose me. She lost access to me. And that is the difference between heartbreak and consequence.